quick whiteboard update here. Let's see, you know what, real quick, let's take care of that. Yeah, that bumper looks pretty bad, so let's change that. There we go. Beautiful. Choo! Alright, so I figured this is where I'll start part 2, I guess, of the Cobra project. I've got my arsenal set up. Kind of went a little overboard with the chemical gas stuff here, went crazy on their site. Excited though, because I've never tried one of these before. And decided to get, let's see, this is the Torx 10FX. It's got kind of like a digital screen to it. Alright, so I got my polisher and got my polishing compounds here in my pads. If I understand it right, I've got them lined up here. So this pad goes with this compound, lighter pad with this, more of a polish, and then the finishing pad here with like a wax. So kind of seems like overkill, honestly, but I mean, I want to get this to shine really well. Plus the car's black, so I figure this will really show what this stuff can do. In the first video, I showed how the wheels are pretty stained, and I had a chemical guy's rep come out and look at it. This is what he recommended. So I'm gonna give it a shot, but worst case, if that doesn't work, I'm gonna go to the good old SOS pads here. All right, so this wheel's the worst, but the more and more I look at it, it's driving me nuts. I don't know what this stuff is. I don't think that's rust, but let's try that water removal and SOS pads, see what happens. Wow, so I'm pretty impressed. All those water spots are pretty much gone. I even used a little bit on the black sections here, and it pretty much took most of it out. I mean, it's a lot better. Shined it up a little bit. I'm gonna keep at it though, because it's still rough in some areas, but way better, way smoother too. I'm impressed, that stuff works good. Alrighty, so wheels are done and clay barred most of it. I do eventually want to try to see if I could maybe fix this, or at least get that top layer to kind of blend. I'm gonna give that a shot too, so all right, let's get at it. something I probably should have got before, smaller plate here, or backup pad, and a smaller polishing pad. So for areas like up here, and then I'm gonna try to polish this up too, because that's pretty bad, but I'm hoping I'll be able to polish wheels with this. Alright, last step, wax. Let's do it. Okay, so 3 nights of washing the car, clay barring the whole car, cutting compound, polishing. The tint definitely needs to be replaced. Okay, so just got the car back from the tint shop. Car's coming together. Last time I didn't really get a chance to go through the gears at all, so see if I can do that this time around. Also, I changed the exhaust up a little bit, so now it's perfect. Like, it's not too quiet, but it's not too loud. There's no drone. That sounds so good. This shifter, it's the Ripper shifter, and I've noticed it doesn't like it when you bang through the gears like I can in my Shelby or my track car. It's almost like you have to shift fast but smooth, slow, smooth, smooth, fast. So if you can do it smooth yet still quick, it seems to like that better than just trying to bang through them. And I don't know if it's just because how this car is set up or if every Cobra is like this, but the throttle response is great. So quick. And even when you downshift, you know, you just blip the exhaust. Oh, it's so smooth. Or I think California has more stoplights than any other state, I swear. Sound is intoxicating. Alright, so I'm gonna get the car home and I'm gonna do one last round of wax. There she is. She's done. And apparently in the fall, my whole driveway is just a shadow all year long, so I had to pull the car up kind of in the sun. And let me tell you, my first project, a black car, was a challenge, but it came out so good. I decided to scrub the steering wheel, and I don't think she ever wiped down the steering wheel. This was all from the steering wheel. Gross. Most people just put these tacky, ugly, big, fat steering wheel covers. I hate those things. But I like just the steering wheel alone without a cover on it. Like, you know, I'm going to give it one last scrub. All that from the steering wheel. All right, so windows tinted, good to go. Clean the wheels. That's good. That's done. I did decide to change the exhaust a little bit, so sounds great. As far as the trunk mat, I was trying to search for somebody that can do like a custom embroidery, but they were charging too much, like $500-600 just for a mat that says Terminator. I don't know, to some maybe that's worth it. I opted out of it. It's just a little too much for what it is. I'm trying to keep the budget down a little bit. I've already spent too much in my opinion on it because I mean, it's a Cobra, like I want to make it as perfect as I can. Now lastly, on the dent removal here. Yeah, so I had a guy come out and pop out some of these little dents. Once I cleaned up the car and I started looking this clean, that's when I started noticing the little dents here and there. There's only about 3 of them. He actually noticed one up here I didn't see before, so he popped that out. And then the one here on the fender, that's gone. And then as far as this little ding over here on the door, it's still there. For some reason he couldn't get his tool in there all the way, so he had a hard time. It's better, but it's still there if you can see it. It's gonna bug me. I don't know. It's not that bad, but it's gonna bug me. Nah, it's not that bad. It's fine. What actually really bugs me is the hood. I mean, the hood overall looks great. It's just when you get up here towards the windshield, yeah, see, that's when you start to see those spots. So the gentleman who painted the bumper said he can paint the hood. I just don't think it needs to be completely repainted. One option that came to mind is to wet sand it. I've never wet sanded anything before, and like I mentioned, I want to learn how to paint, but I just don't want to experiment on a Cobra that's in this good of a shape. So maybe buy another Cobra that really needs like a new paint job, or like a cheap GT. Maybe I could try to do like a GT that just needs some love to the paint, kind of like this one, but just a GT where I could experiment a little bit. But for this car, I don't think I want to wet sand anything, because for the most part the hood just, there's no dings or dents. It looks so good. It's just up there at the top. Overall, I'm really happy how the car came out. Nothing crazy, you know, no motor rebuilds yet, or transmission work or supercharger replacements. But I mean, for my first Cobra, very happy with it. And a black car is very hard to make perfect, but I mean, I've got pretty darn close. Look how good. Not bad for a 21-year-old car. And it's not Chris Sullivan's Screaming Yellow 04 project that he had. That car was immaculate. We'll say that is immaculate. And I can guarantee in 10, 15, 20 years, that's gonna look just as mint then as it does now. Well, it's dirty right now, so don't pay attention to that. I'm about to wash it. But my point is, I take care of my cars. I'm going to try to get some good projects for the channel to flip. Hope you enjoyed. God bless.